Hi, I'm Kevin Hill, and today we're going to do a nice, simple, but beautiful painting in acrylics. And just to change it up, I got you a nice little something to look at. Should be a lot of fun. And if you're enjoying this and you want to see more, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more painting videos. All right, let's get started. Now I'm going to be doing a lot of misting today, keep the paints nice and wet. And I've also got a cup of medium here and my brush. So I got my brush, imagine that. And I've got a nice light pink color going. So let me just grab a little more yellow to that. All right, let's just see what this does for us. We can use a whole bunch of color. Now I'm not painting any specific scene necessarily. I want to do like a little winter scene. I think it'd be really pretty. Now while everything's still wet, I'm going to quickly work in. I don't really worry. My little outdoor easel here has these little clips. I don't really worry about those. I just touch them up later once the painting's done. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, well, while everything's wet, I'm gonna see if I can just get a little blending done. I'm good with dry brush blending, I like it, but if we could just get a little done while it's wet, all the better. There we go. So really quick, run this along more of the red, because that red is better against the peach than the more purple of the blue, or the more blue of the purple. Said it backwards. There we go. Yikes. So work quick here, overlapping strokes. Lots of medium and water today. There. Doesn't have to be perfect because a lot of this is going to be covered. Well, a little bit of it's going to be covered. I want to do some light clouds and other pretty things like that. Maybe a little more. I can get a little more peach color maybe up in the top here might be really nice. Let's see what we can do here. There we go. Now while we're giving the sky just a minute to dry, I want to drop in a very quick little mountain up here. Not much of one, just enough. And I'm using a nice soft purple, but I really don't care if it's got some green in it. The idea, this is a kind of a different painting for us. The idea is, let me mist again, is to create a very quick and simple soft scene. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna spice it up. And I'll show you how to turn even just like the most simple scene into something very stunning through use of lighting, which is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some sun rays once this is dry, and it's just gonna be amazing. I think you're gonna love it, and I think you're gonna enjoy seeing, how to elevate maybe just a super simple painting. So like I said, we're gonna do kind of a winter scene. Really nothing complicated. Like you could do this probably with your eyes closed. There, we'll just sort of get this in. Nice. Now I'm just finishing up. Kind of just took the mountain color and drug it down with the big brush just to get the canvas covered. I like to do that, and that way that can dry here in the next minute. All right, now let's go up here. And I want to, because this is now totally dry, I just want to go ahead and think about some more interesting clouds. And I'm very much sticking with kind of just a color tone that's similar to the rest of the painting. A little yellow in there actually will help to calm the purple down. There, let's see what this looks like. I like that yellow ochre light, that is pretty stuff. Usually works really well with other colors. Okay, right up in here, I like to hold my brush overhand, as you know, and I like to just scrub it in with the corner. You can use, actually, we could use our custom round brush there. But you know what? I think we're gonna save the custom tapered round, keep it clean for the sun rays. So I'm doing it with my little bristle brush. There we go. Yeah, that's looking really good. Just a bit. You don't need a ton. Let me step back a little. Kind of just, there we go. See that? Just soft edges. This is called dry brush blending. And I get questions all the time. Well, how do you blend color once it's dry? Yeah, this is it. It's called dry brush blending. If the brush is not dry, it does confuse people sometimes. It's just very little paint in the brush is kind of the thing that you want to watch for. You want to have just a little bit of paint in the brush, not much. And then it should just flow off like this. Yeah, looks good. A little more yellow, a little more red, a little more white. Very pretty, very subtle. See this? Very, very subtle. We are not going crazy today. It's a small painting. There, we might actually draw some inspiration from, although we're not copying anything, the clouds are so pretty. Maybe draw a little inspiration from them. Now we can use this time to drop in a little bit more highlight and texture to some of these clouds. I'm just highlighting kind of the bottom, anticipating where the light's coming. Remember, the whole painting here pretty much is just featuring the light. That looks good. I got my paper towel, of course, standing by, just to wipe as we go so that we don't get a lot of, out of control paint up here. Very important that even, no matter what, setup you're using, that you keep your paper towels close by. If not on a table, then you gotta keep it in your hand, because you have to be able to wipe your brushes when you do stuff like this, so that you can blend with less paint in the brush, of course. It just makes sense, So kind of do what makes sense to you. You'll get a feel for how things work there. And then I think the most important part is just don't overcomplicate scenes like this. And we're talking about a simple thing, so just don't overcomplicate it. I think you'll enjoy the outcome. This is very simple. If you've never painted before, this would be one to try. This one sort of gets your feet wet. There. I'm just finishing up here. I'm kind of bushing in the background. Very simple trees. I don't want anything more than just kind of the silhouette plus some, texture. All right, let me set that brush down, and here we go. Pick up my wonderful little number 6 flat brush. I'm going to take a little red and white. Touch of our yellow ochre light would be nice. Okay, here we go. I'm going to just kind of right in here, imagine there we go, some beautiful sunlight coming right through the snow area. Brushing this in, leaving some dark. Don't need a lot of this, just enough to sort of show what feels like a little bit of snow. And then here's the trick: as you get closer to the foreground, you must, not you should, you must, you must get these strokes much larger and leave some gaps. Good. And then over here on the right, and on the left too, but mostly on the right, is where we're going to be doing it right now, is just get it a little bit darker. There, work that in. Now I'm just going to drop in very quickly some evergreens up here that are very large. And I'm just sticking with my bristle brush. That's what I use to paint those little tree trunks in. Very quick, and I like it because it gives a little bit of a rough texture. Nice. Very dark here because these are silhouetted. And so here's what I like, that kind of almost black and then black right in the middle. Almost black on the edges. See the difference? See what that does to the painting? Yikes. Does that ever give it some nice contrast? And then just a little lighter on those outside edges. Not much. Is it subtle? Yeah, it's subtle. But subtle things make your paintings a lot better. Don't overlook the subtle things. Yeah, there we go. Be delicate. We're in no big rush today. I wasn't really planning to sprinkle any snow on these trees, but I think they would benefit from just a touch. Not much. Don't go overboard. Just enough. Yeah, there we go. And mostly kind of on the top. I don't really think it matters too much down below. I really don't want to go crazy, like I said. Just enough to show that we didn't leave them unfinished. Just enough. A little bit of our, ooh, there we go. Just mud. I just picked up mud, basically. A little bit of our purpley kind of going, but it's mostly muddy, and that's nice because it helps to kind of soften some of these areas. When you're painting with oils, mud is never good. When you're painting with acrylics, it's okay to have some mud every once in a while because the colors sometimes come out too pure, overly pure. This is funny. It's a funny problem, right? You grab one medium and you have one problem, you grab the other and you have a completely different problem, but that's okay. We like them both. There. No, it's really not hard to deal with either of those issues. Just watch out for them. So with acrylics, make sure that you're always softening your edges. That's what I do. I just look at my edges, make sure everything is nice and soft. It gives you a beautiful professional look. You can have some amazing results with acrylics, and of course with oils. Now it's finally time to paint in our Sunrays. I'm really excited. So I've got my custom tapered round here ready to go. Let me actually grab, sorry, going away. Grab a paper towel. All right, here we go. Here's what I like to do. I kind of dust it off on my paper towel. And actually, we don't want these too yellow. Let me get a little more white. Actually, there's your second palette right there. This is good because it lets you control the moisture. There's just, I'd say it's kind of creamy. Okay, let's first off, now remember everything is dry, of course. just dries so fast, but it's good. Sometimes that's really nice. It lets you do different things, you know? Let's just, oh, you know what? Here, watch this. See, because we're kind of such a simple scene, I can kind of be more flexible. I'm not very flexible generally when I'm painting. I know what I'm doing. I know, where I'm going, and I don't really like to deviate from that too much. But because I'm painting so simply today, I want to be flexible. There. I want just a little bit of a sun going down. Not much. I think just something like that would be really pretty. Isn't that cool? Oh yeah. There we go. Okay, now let's start right here. Start right there. And go out. Let me try to figure. Oh, you know what? I hate to block your view, but I'm just going to stand straight on. And there we go. Okay, so here's what you do when you're not standing straight on. Just wipe it right off. Use just the edge of the brush here to cast these little sun rays out. Of course, we want them all radiating from the center point. That's most important here. Make sure this is bone dry. If you have any doubts about it, then wait. Just wait. There. Isn't that really pretty? Wow, that just brightens that whole scene up. Right over these trees, yes. Nice. This is what this brush really excels at. Beautiful, beautiful sun rays. It does amazing things other than sun rays, but I really think sun rays are maybe one of the best things you can do with this brush. Okay, right down here. Lots of sun rays. This is where we develop the light. And this is stuff I like to do with acrylics because it's so easy. To do these in oils is more difficult. I do it, but it's more difficult. So I'm going to milk it for all it's worth here when you're doing acrylics. Yes. Wow, sorry if I'm being quiet. I'm just standing here kind of having fun. There, I'm just finishing up adding our, finishing touches. Yikes. There, you know what would actually be really fun? Let's do it. I haven't done birds in a long time. I think this is, my sun rays would be, of course the sky is dry. I guess I was just thinking about my sun rays. Right up, actually let's go right here. Just, oh there we go, a little darker. Just a little bird. I had some lighter color in my brush. Well, that's better. See, they're silhouetted. I like that. That's really pretty. Just, you know what, we don't want just two. Let's do a third. Let's do a third over here, maybe. Kind of flying into the painting. That kind of rounds everything off. Brings a little more detail toward the middle. That one's making a turn. All right, well, I think we're done. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Don't forget to check out our website, DVDs, and brush line. Thanks for watching.